you are with World News Today from BBC World. I'm George Alagaya. Now, she's a former Miss Canada, building a career as a pop singer and human rights activist. Iranian-born Nazanin already has one successful campaign behind her. She managed to build enough international pressure to save a teenage girl sentenced to death in Tehran.
Can you imagine this young girl who was the victim of attempted rape is now being tried as the criminal? I mean, had she allowed the rape to take place, she could have been still charged with acts incompatible with chastity and been given 100 lashes. And under this kind of Sharia rule, it says that you would need 4 male witnesses to basically prove that such a rape was to take place, which is absolutely absurd. So we went to the United Nations with boxes of petition in hand, putting on their desk and saying, you got to do something about this. No child should be executed. And we have a petition online, which I encourage all of you to sign.
I'm in London at the BBC, and I'm about to have an interview on the Iran situation, and this is for BBC World News.
They deceived the nation in the name of religion, and soon it was too late.
And I must say you're pretty forthright. Filled people's minds with hate. You deceived the nation. You're talking here about the people who brought about the revolution in 1979. So exactly. A very forthright attack on them.
Yes, when Khomeini came into power, he promised the people that he'd bring freedom to the people and then step aside from politics. But that's not what happened. He stayed in power and it reintroduced very discriminatory forms of Sharia law, which caused the demise of the nation.
Literally, under Sharia law, it spells out that a woman's life is worth half that of a man. They were forced to wear the hijab. They could no longer practice becoming judges or running for presidency. Women need to obtain permission from their husbands or fathers in order to travel, and inheritance is absolutely not equal.
On the train to Bournemouth, and I'm going to be doing a speech put on by the Fabian Society right after the Labour Party conferences, and it's going to be a panel with people who are going to be discussing the political situation in Iran and what the Labour Party can do to help the Iranians from within. So I'm just going to make some notes myself. Notes!
I think the only solution, a long-term solution for the country and the stability in the whole region and peace and security issues worldwide depends on democratization of Iran. We can make a huge impact and bring freedom, democracy, and a secular state to Iran. It's about supporting the civil society. It's about empowering the women's rights movements, the youth movements, the labor unions who are fighting so fervently within the country. How do you deal with a government that's not really a legitimate government? The Iranian people are not represented by President Ahmed. Like President Ahmadinejad doesn't represent the people. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei doesn't represent the people. We have to listen to the people. I receive hundreds of emails from Iranians from within Iran confiding in me their problems, their hardships, the abuse that they're living under the current regime. Just in the last 2 months alone, there has been mass executions taking place. Just last week, there was 21 people killed in just one day. Minors are being executed, that women are being stoned to death for adultery. There's been huge crackdowns on women not properly veiling themselves, being beaten on the streets and imprisoned. There's been US and Canadian scholars imprisoned and arrested under the charges of espionage, although that's not true. Women rights activists have been imprisoned under the pretense of breaching national security as well. And this is all happening right now.
I'm very outspoken on the women's rights front, and naturally because of this, I get hate mail and threatening emails, but you gotta keep continuing, or else if I don't stand up, then who can?
If we can, we must.
All right, Nazanin, thank you very much.
Thank you.